Good morning. I hope that you've had a lovely weekend. This week's card reading is going to come from Alana Fairchild's Lightworker Oracle. I love this pack, as you will know if you've been following me for a while. I've got 3 cards here, so if you want to choose between numbers 1 to 3, and if you're following me on YouTube, just go to the timestamp in the comments below to go to your reading, or if you're watching on Instagram, just go to my profile and look for the post with the group number that aligns with the number you've chosen, and you will get your reading there. I look forward to seeing you there. Group number 1, this was your card. Don't panic just because it says the Dark Angel. It's an intuitive reading, so we're just going to lean into the image and see what comes through for you. Okay, so this is a time of really holding yourself. Like, self-care is very important for you right now. It is a time for very deep listening because you are receiving a lot of guidance. In fact, you may be getting lots of ideas, realizations, contemplations about what you want to do moving forward, and maybe you feel a bit overwhelmed and not really sure of the right direction at the moment, and it all feels just a bit too much. And the guidance here is, don't worry, this week just relax. The timing isn't right yet, and this isn't about you not necessarily being ready. It's because there are a multitude of things that are coming into alignment, and you're going to just slip into the center of this at the perfect time. And in that moment, you're going to know exactly what it is that you're meant to be doing there, and how the situation will benefit you. And what you're going through now, though it may be frustrating, I'm thinking of clients I've had recently that have told me, if I'm told to be patient one more time, and I know that this is hard if you feel like you've been waiting for a while, but if you can reframe this in your mind into a place of, instead of feeling like you're being put on pause, rather that you're being invited to really deeply embody that which is happening at the moment. And I remember this message from last week, so if you're having this 2 weeks in a row, I feel you. And it's really powerful mastery that is occurring for you at this time. There is so much energy coming into your being. There is so much support for you. And they want you to know this. Your guides want you to know this, that this is not wasted time. And that you may feel like everyone around you is moving forward in some way. And there may be a sense of feeling left behind, or like you might be getting it wrong. This couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, it's like you're going inside to then expand very, very rapidly and in a really big way. Probably the most expansion you've ever experienced so far in this lifetime. And so this internal journey, which is taking place at the moment, which might feel very unguided and lost and blurry and a bit sort of uncertain, this internal journey is so necessary because it's creating this foundation within you, which is going to become this base from which you will spring forward in the times to come. So patience is obviously a big part of this, but also what you're really being invited into as well is greater ability to tune into your intuition, because you're being invited to work with your heart in a much more profound way on a daily basis. You're being invited to tune in with every decision you make from a heart space. What should I be eating? Feel in. What does my heart feel is right for me on this menu? Or, what kind of exercise would be good for me today? Yoga or go for a run? What does my heart say? These 3D decisions need to be integrated, embodied into this multi-dimensional reality that you are wanting to entirely expand into. And that's largely what this time is about, is really profound embodiment and recognizing that spirituality isn't something you dip into, it's who you are. And I know that you know this, and that wasn't meant to be patronizing. It's love deeper is the invitation. Love deeper. Let love move through you as deeply as you can. Create even more space. That's what this invitation is. Surrender that much more. Let go of the constructs that there's some sort of time limit on anything, that unless you're creating, you're failing, because nothing could be further from the truth. You are in a very precious birth cycle. And as you know from watching a mother get pregnant, it can take time and it can be uncomfortable, and it requires deep, profound surrender to what is. So this really is your invitation for this week, to relax in the not knowing, to invite spirituality into every decision, to invite, and when I say spirituality, I mean love, to invite mother love, as I call her. You can call it God, source energy, the divine, however you communicate with the vital life force that moves through everything. Tune into that. Allow it to be the decision maker for everything. And trust that it has your back and is guiding you, and the timing's going to be perfect. Relax, surrender, all is well. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Card number 2. This card here. There's a lot going on in this card. And so, what's coming through firstly is, it feels to me like there's a lot of decisions that either need to be made or are in the process of being made. And what your guides are saying is essentially that be aware that even though there might feel or might seem to be a lot of pathways open to you right now, and that might be very, very exciting, really listen carefully to your heart when you're making decisions, because not all of these opportunities are necessarily aligned with your optimum outcome. You are attracting some opportunities from old energy. And don't worry, you're going to really know which ones those are. You're going to really know what I'm talking about, that you're going to immediately recognize, oh yeah, that's something that I wanted for a long time. And it's amazing it's come in, but actually I'm not feeling that anymore. You might be moving from corporate into a more nomadic lifestyle, like digital nomad lifestyle, whatever the thing is. And this might be like an old job opportunity come up that you've always wanted and it's finally here. The guidance is just really don't get overwhelmed. Don't get sucked in with all the excitement. Stay grounded. Stay in your knowing. There's a big recalibration that's going on within you at the moment. And that is why you're attracting all of these wonderful things. But they are reflections of your current energy, your new energy, where you're headed, but also your old energy. So this is the fluctuations in your field right now. And so it's like this myriad of different potential outcomes that are coming in for you to choose from, which is awesome. But the invitation is discernment and recognition of who you are now versus who you have been versus who you are wanting to become, and honoring the fact that you might not be where you're quite wanting to be yet. There might be an opportunity that's come in that feels incredible and a massive leap for you at this point. Sit with that. Ask yourself, am I ready to leap that far? Or do I just feel I need a little more time to get my groove and then trust that a similar or better opportunity will come in again, and then I'll go for it? Am I actually better off with taking this opportunity, which is still exciting to me, and does require a leap, but not quite the leap that feels too big, Really pay attention to your center, to your heart. Always seek balance, because when we fall into spaces that are very low vibration, we'll have something come along that will lift us, and it's because nature always seeks balance. But equally, when we go into a situation that can really elevate us, something can come in that sort of earths us, brings us down again. And we want to try to avoid these massive peaks and troughs by using our discernment to just create a steady flow within the center of our beings, within the choices that we make. And what's coming through here is use your discernment, choose what feels good, be aware of what is shifting within you. I really feel like you're moving into a very different dimensional energy. You've also got gifts from past lives that are being activated within you. So you're really receiving a lot of energy at the moment, particularly through your third eye. So if you're experiencing headaches or migraines, and maybe you never get them, and all of a sudden you are, don't panic. This is actually part of your expansion, awakening experience, if you like. I prefer to call it a remembering experience, because you've been this. You have embodied all that you are already. It's about just remembering it. And so really keeping yourself steady, keeping yourself grounded, leaning into what's coming in for you, and discerning, using your intuition, your judgment, your balanced, heart-led judgment to help you make the right decisions. So yes, pace yourself is the message for this week. It's only going to get better, but there's no rush. Enjoy the journey. Take care. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. So, card number 3. I think this might be my favorite card from the pack, or definitely one of them. It's the one they have on the cover, and I think I was just struck by it when I saw it. So powerful. And again, look at these eyes just burning through. And this is the message that's coming through for you right now. One of courage, one of great courage, and you've got the courage. You're just recognizing that you've got this courage, and in the acknowledgement of this, you're really embodying that courage. And it feels like you're showing up in situations in a very new way, and that this feels kind of weird maybe because you're not used to it. It's unfamiliar, and yet familiar. Your soul self has been ready for this for quite some time, and it seems that this confidence that you're just able to tune into suddenly. Sorry, my cat is now nudging the microphone, which is why I'm wobbling a bit. This confidence that you are tapping into, I feel is the right word, has been there the whole time. But there has been trauma within you that has stood between you and it, and has kind of prevented you from really stepping into it and embodying it. And it's like these beautiful golden eyes, this powerful courage, it's kind of just burning through that. It's burning through any sort of resistance in you to step into your true power, your true knowing, your sense of self. I get this really beautiful mountain energy, this very strong, grounded knowing that's coming forth. And so there's this golden band of light around your head. I'm just tuning into this energy. Keep yourself centered. You don't have to tell everyone around you what's going on. It's actually kind of important right now for you to keep yourself to yourself, because even though you're in this very strong place, you're also in quite a fragile place, because there's a part of you that's kind of going, really, I can do all of this, and it's just holding space for that part of you, just keeping that part of you really supported, and just saying, yep, we can, and just really nurturing that part of you, and keeping yourself to yourself, keeping your energy within you is going to support that, is going to help that part of you. And so all of you can just come into this really beautiful, steady alignment, which is going to happen in the next couple of weeks. And I can feel it. It's a really lovely energy. So yeah, the message for this week is trust yourself, hold your center. Yes, you can be all these things. And to just enjoy the journey and really honor the parts of you that are still adjusting. Don't feel the need to kind of spill the beans, so to speak, just to make other people feel better. It's not necessary. Just watch your own space. Have an amazing week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.